Did a video a while back about Oracle parameterized views, and over the past week, a subscriber sent in a follow-up question regarding these. So I'm going to go over that in a quick video today. So the question was, what should we do if we have a parameter that's in a list and it's not just a single value? So to really answer this quickly is that I actually wouldn't use the sys context in this case. I would use a global temporary table and then have my view joined to that. And that's what I'm going to show you today. So when you create a global temporary table, what happens is the data that you put into that table is specific to your session. And so other sessions in the database, even if they're interacting with that same global temporary table, will only see their data. So that's kind of the magic of it. Everyone has their own view of the data. So the data is temporary. So what happens is, depending on how you declare the temporary table, in most cases you're going to declare it so it commits. Whenever you commit, it's going to clear out the table. So what happens is you put data into the table, you're going to do what you need to do with it, and then after you're done, you're going to commit. And what happens is when you commit, it removes all the data that you've put into that table so that it will clear the slate. And so the next time that you want to use it, you would repopulate it and then commit when you're done with it again. So this is how you create a global temporary table. It's just like creating a table, except you're going to put two keywords inside the create statement, the global temporary. So we have create global temporary table. We give it a name. I like to have like some sort of convention at the beginning. So I usually use gtemp underscore. So I know that this is a global temporary table, and then give it some name that makes sense to me. So in this case, gtemp customer IDs. Then I put a bunch of IDs in here. And like I said, here we're declaring it on commit. We're going to delete rows. So then after we've got our temporary table in the database, and we only have to create the table once. We don't have to create it every time we're going to use it. But we do need to insert into it when we want to use it. So when we're ready to start using this temporary table, we're going to insert into it by giving it a list of values, or we might want to populate it with a query. Any way you want to populate it, doesn't really matter. It's just that you need to populate it with all the IDs that you want to use in your query. And so now I'm going to show you how to actually use the global temporary table. So what we would do is we would create a parameterized view, in this case, parameterized orders, and we're going to take our real table, which is the orders table, we're going to join it to our global temporary table that we filled with all those IDs, and then we're going to join to it. And what's going to happen here is we're going to get the orders that are specific to the customers that we've put into our global temporary table. And that's it. So you don't need to use context in this case. And a quick refresher, just going back to the other video, what we're doing here with a view that uses the sys context is that we're going to put the value of the context into a context variable, and then we're going to pull that value out, and that's what this is doing down here. So I've got a context variable named client ID in a context named my context. And this query is going to, if that is set, it is going to match on that client ID, and then otherwise here it's just going to match on whatever that is. So by default here, if I didn't set anything inside this context, it will pull back all the rows from the table because the filter wouldn't do anything, and that's what this NVL is doing. So this will work in either case, whether I want it for all clients or just a specific client that I put in my context. And that's it. So I hope you guys found some value in that, and I hope you come back for more. Talk to you later. Bye.